Tales. What's going on, everybody? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Please like and subscribe, share out the stream. We're going to have some fun today. It's just the boys kicking it. Sunday bloopers. Going to be talking about the big pump that we're all a part of. We've been holding for 2 years, some longer, and we finally have the pump. The beginning of the real bull market is in play right now, and I love it. I love it. Is it altcoin season? We'll be talking about that. Let's say hi to the team. What's going on, Jimmy Jim? Good to see you. Redman, Dave Digital, Crypto Poyo, Cluck Cluck.
Cluckety cluck.
And of course the Biomex. What's going on? So I want to get into right off the bat. Well, let's take a look at crypto bubbles. Just look at this. Look at this, man. This is the week. This is the day. And of course, we've got a little bit of a retrace going on. But look at Cardano over here, 32.4, and the hour. This is the hour, guys. So, hey, we're still doing really, really good. What do you get? How'd you guys fare today? Somebody, how'd you guys fare today? Dave, Jimmy, any of you guys?
Yeah, man, pretty good day. I was in a trade from the last Sunday whenever you said, hey, this is the trade you should take right now. Exactly, Dave Digital. Remember? And it was from 81,000 or well, not 81. It was from 71,100-ish all the way up to 79,000. So, and that was an actual cash trade, not on Breakout. And that cash trade will pay for all of my losing attempts at Breakout so far. So I'm happy with that.
I don't think I was sharing my screen, was I? So can you guys see this? The bubbles?
Yeah, you're good, Billy.
Sorry.
It's a little blown up.
All right, let me boom. How's that? Is that better?
There we go.
That's
Billy,
the hour. That's the
Billy,
hour.
isn't it funny how GOAT is really big there? I just wanted to mention that.
Yeah, GOAT. And here's the day. And here, which is green. Look at this. The week. The month.
Look at Doge with a hunch. Wow.
Easy. 154% on Doge here. That's crazy,
and
man.
Cardano woke up.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought I was sharing the first time. It didn't go through. Sorry about that. So, yeah, it's pretty impressive. So,
I mean,
Yeah, and we're back at 81 right now.
are we?
I think the Billy Goat Tales stream on YouTube is actually good luck for Bitcoin, because every time it seems we come on, so far so good, we're hitting all-time highs. So maybe we'll do that again today.
Let's go.
I like it. I like it.
Let's give a shout out to all those that were in the chat. We had Trade Intuition was #1 today. We have Clay the Great. I see Crypto Badell, Jeffrey Stonecipher. I don't know if I'm saying your name right, but welcome. Darren Does Things, Crypto Poyo. Of course, we got the team here. And let's see, Dirty 8 Racing, Alexandra G, the best mod in the business. Welcome, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for stopping in. Share out the stream for us. It'd be great. So check this out. You said right now we're at right here on Coin Market Cap. It's showing Bitcoin at 80,809. It doesn't depend on the exchange that you're looking at, but look at the market cap, guys. 2.7 trillion now. 2.7
For the global.
That's global.
Let's
yeah.
go.
And dominance has come down. We're at 58.35. Remember, we cracked 60 just last week. We cracked 60. So it's coming down, which means money's flowing into the alts, which is why you're seeing crypto bubbles so green. And you're seeing projects like DOT and Cardano and Chainlink and the memes like Doge and Bonk. But our fear and greed is at 74. So when fear and greed is at 74, Crypto Billy takes profits. That's right. I took profits today. The fear and greed has never really failed me, guys. So when fear and greed was in the teens, I was buying Bitcoin. I was backing the truck up. at that point in time because it was in the teens. Now, you have to-
Language.
I said backing the truck up. So at 74 for me, and everybody's different, not financial advice, but for me, I have to take some profits at a fear and greed of 74. Now that isn't as high as it's going to go, I don't think, but it was time for me to take some profits. So I do want to suggest to people, take a look at your portfolio. If you bought Bitcoin down there in the teens, it could go to 300,000, and taking profit right now might not be a good thing for you personally. So you got to understand your risk management and what your goals are for your portfolio, and proceed accordingly, of course. So what I do doesn't mean that you should do it, right? It just depends on what your goals are and what you're trying to accomplish there. Old school stuff. Let's see. What else do we have here? Let me scroll down. Let's see. So we have, yep. Look at Jimmy Jim, Ethereum, 3,200. Jimmy Jim is our resident Ethereum maxi, not maxi, but big bag holder.
I'm not a maxi.
You're not a bag. I corrected myself, Jimmy. I corrected myself. You are Ethereum whale. Let's call it that in our group. But Solana, 212. Wow. I bought that at $12.05, and now it's 212.
Nice.
But I did sell it at $58. I took my profit then too. So I did buy it at 1205 or 1204, but I sold it at like 58. I do have some more. I did buy back in though, pre 130, 132.
Doge is sitting at 28.5 cents right now.
Unbelievable. Look at that. Let's pull that up. There's your Doge. Oh, you guys it's probably stretched out for you. Let me
That's what she said.
easy, Dave. Foot foul. Foot foul. Whoop.
And if
What
you
happened?
do want more of that kind of talk, you'll have to join Jimmy in his den of debauchery whenever it comes out.
That's right. That's Billy Goat Tales after dark type of stuff right there. So yeah, Dogecoin 28.28. Great chart, wonderful chart. Love it.
Yes.
So, Billy, something that people haven't had their eyes on is DeFi. Now, do you remember this coin called YFI? Do you remember that one? It's an old DeFi coin.
Yeah, you're in finance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just if you want to pull up a chart on that one, so you can see how DeFi is moving. And I think DeFi is funny because they typically kind of have like their little outliers. Always for some reason begins with Aave, but keep your eyes on DeFi. I think anybody.
You're the chart guy, bro. Pull it up if you need to.
Okay, I didn't have it up. I'm sorry, I wasn't prepared.
Yeah, you can, Pollo, you can present it, and then one of us can put it on stage. So you just
81.7 we got
on,
to.
and we'll bring it up.
Give me a second, guys. Let me pull that up.
You heard me, Billy?
81.7. Yeah.
Wow. Bitcoin is a beast. That's all-time high, right? Yeah.
We got Alex O in here. Penny, great to see you.
Crypto.
Sin
Sin
City
City.
Crypto's in the house. Send the leak out. Bring them up.
What? Sin City Crypto.
My brothers from
We
another
got
one.
Sin City in the house. That's nice.
Yeah, we're going to give you the link. Maybe they're prepping for work too. Who knows? But we'll throw it out
I'm
there.
gonna give him the finger tornado.
Nah.
We got sinners, otters, and goats in here today.
Oh my!
Alex O's always has a spot on our stage, no matter what day it is, no matter what time it is, and of course our brothers at Sin City as well. They don't need to invite; they're always welcome. Whatever we can do to help them, we're going to do it. Period. So, but yeah, go ahead, Polio. Do you want to pull? Do you got that chart up? Let's look at what you're looking
Yeah,
at.
I'm gonna pull it up right now. Give me 1 second.
And we'll get into the whole Charles Hoskinson piece too with the with Trump, right? And his possibility that he may be helping out. So we'll hit that as well. 81.5, Alex says.
So I got it.
You tell me when you're ready, Pollo. I'll bring
Yep.
that chart up.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
Hey Jimmy, you better read the screen. They're getting you back now, baby.
What? What
They're
happened?
getting you back now, man.
Now that's funny right there.
I deserve it. It's okay.
You earned it, right?
Go ahead, Pollo.
All right, guys. So, I mean, look, Wi-Fi is it's an oldie but goodie, right? But look at this daily candle right here. I mean, if we just pull them, let's see what this guy did on the move there, because I'd like to see what we did on that daily candle. Yeah, not bad. A 50. What is that? Oh yeah, it's a 52% move on a daily candle. So,
Wow.
yeah, this is probably the movement that you're gonna start seeing. I got on my list Aave, Comp, Curve, a Wi-Fi, a Lido. Those are all kind of DeFi type coins. So I keep my eyes out for these guys. I mean, I'll tell you, Wi-Fi is not an easy thing to trade. I mean, when something makes a 52% move in one day, you know. But I definitely keep my eyes on this guy for sure. This could be one of those, one of those game changers. I mean, if we go to a monthly and we look at this guy's all-time high, I believe it was some ridiculous number. I know it was higher than this, but on the Bybit chart, you got 42K. But Bybit's very young, yeah, because Wi-Fi has been out. I think Wi-Fi's all-time high was, I think it was like 90 something thousand. So I mean, I'd have to. We can do that right now. As a matter of fact, we'll see what Binance tells us.
And then when you're done
Yeah,
with
there
that,
you
I
go.
want you to pull
There's
up
that.
Dot too. When you're done with that, I want to
95K.
take a look at Dot, Pollo. When you're done with that.
All right, we'll do Dot. We'll do Dot next. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, look, here's your move. So if you think you're too late on Wi-Fi, think twice. Think twice about that. You got a little bit of space to breathe on here, guys. You're only at 7K on Wi-Fi, but it's an oldie but goodie. But yeah, I just tell people, everybody's talking about the new stuff, right? And I have a word for that. I call that S&T, right? Shiny new things. But keep your eye on this guy, and then let's pull up Dot.
And of course, not financial advice for all of this.
Yes, not financial advice. Just ramblings of a chicken, right? Clucking from a chicken. So, all right. Let's pull up some Dot here. And guys, sorry, I did not have this chart prep, so it might be a little messy here. But if you look at Dot right now, we got some levels we got to pierce. We got to pierce this 200, this daily 200 EMA. I'd like to see a push and a test, right? These are significant levels here, right? This is a daily level, so this is kind of where I'd like to see us push to.
What's that price? What's that price?
As far as Dot's concerned, I mean, the daily of 595. It's a daily. It's a daily level that I have, and you can see it here. Mark that on the charts. But right here, we got to struggle. We got to get past this. We got a lot of we got a lot of volume down here. Do we come back and test this? I'm not sure. But if you want to, this is a daily. You want to look at a range. This is kind of more comfortable as far as the range is concerned. So you had a very big impulse move from here. And that's why I'd kind of like us to stay on top of this daily 200 and just maybe woggle around here and then start moving up from there. But I mean, we got to look at what happened in the past, right? And you'll notice this was kind of like an impulse move, right? There's not a lot of volume here, so we might just get right up here and then hang out on this nice, beautiful daily range right here. We weren't there for a long time, but we're we're there enough time for us to hopefully pierce, stay, and then kind of live here for a while, and then move up level by level. I'm a level by level type person, so we're out of here. I really do believe that we are out of here, but doesn't mean that we can't go for another one. So just be careful out there for whoever's whoever's trading DOT. I'm very comfortable. My entries. I've had about $4 right now, so I've added to my position, but it's at $4. So, but yeah, that's a DOT right there. Just a quick down and dirty. If you're looking for this guy, wait for confirmation up here, and this is kind of the range that I would be trading. And if you're looking at DCA, you've done. Then this shouldn't be. This is a low point. You're buying on the lows. This is, you have a pretty decent time frames here for you to kind of figure out when you want to take profit on this guy. But this is the peak of this year, so this is where we peaked out this year, and this might be a level where someone might want to take profit. But if you want to look at it on a monthly basis, we still have a lot to go on DOT, guys. So, we still have a ways to go on DOT. So,
Yeah, we have a long ways to go. I originally bought DOT at $50. Back
Hold
in,
on.
what was that, 21?
hold on, and that way I'm going to be trading it.
Yep.
Go ahead, Billy.
It's been
Cool.
suppressed so long that it has a good chance of coming back, Billy. I think it's been depressed for a long time. So that rubber band effect is about to play out.
Yeah, it's one of my biggest.
We had a
bags.
nice swing failure pattern right here. So,
Polio, I think your mic's breaking up, at least on my end. Is it breaking up on your guys' end? Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of.
I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, it's choppy.
I'll stop
It's breaking
sharing.
up.
Sorry, I'll stop sharing then.
No, you're good, man. You're good. Just letting you know. Piano Matty B's in the house. 26.
Piano Matty B, PMB.
What up? PMB.
Why don't you like and subscribe and share this video with someone you think might like it too?
Tonight,
Everybody now.
well, I think it's always at 10:30 my time, Eastern Standard Time. Piano Matty B. You guys got to go check it out. It's so cool. You can lay right there in bed and throw up a little super chat, and next thing you know, Piano Matty B's playing your song for you. You got to love that, man. No,
Talking about
Piano Matty B has
Yep.
no idea the fans that he has, and
it's cool, dude.
he has a lot of fans that you don't know about, because I'll be trading and people will be in the room with me and they'll be like, "What is that?" I'm like, "Hey, man, it's it's what I jam to when I'm in a trade and I can watch somebody." So.
And it's good music, man. It's really good music. But I got to say, Piano Matty B, I like it when you guys kind of just you two know, kind of like when something went a little wrong or something, a little transition, and the way you look at each other, you and Kyle, I'm watching that. I'm like, yeah, I got that. I love it. I love it. But nobody else can even know what's going on. But you guys know what's going on. And I like that. It's really fun to watch. Awesome job, man.
Hey,
So
Jimmy,
yeah.
Andrew is asking to look at your Legos. I don't know if you have a mobile camera you can roam around or zoom, but maybe you can give us a glimpse later or another week.
Yeah, it had to be another week. I didn't turn all of the other cameras on today. I'd have to spin my laptop around, and there's too much crap on the table now that I've got all of this spread out.
Jimmy Jim and his Lego.
Yeah, it was that
mastery.
kind of day.
Let's talk a little bit about what, and we'll bounce back and forth, guys, but let's talk a little bit about this whole Cardano move, man. It is just amazing. And of course, we have Charles. We know that Cardano's really moved. We just saw the crypto bubbles. We know that it's already at like 86%, I think, for the year or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but 35% locally. And we have heard, let me minimize this so you guys can see it better. We have heard that Charles right there, Cardano's ADA rockets 35%, as Hoskinson says he's helping U.S. crypto policy. U.S. crypto policy. So you scroll down here. Oh, there it is, as 77% gains. So you scroll down here, it talks a little bit about my ad. I don't know what this is. Says that he did put out a tweet. I'm going to be spending some time working with lawmakers in Washington, D.C. to help foster and facilitate with other key leaders in the industry with the crypto policy, Hoskinson said in his X podcast. We have to do this. What do you guys think of that?
Well, I can put the link in our Discord, Billy, and then we can share the Discord link. But on our space, our 8th space, which was part of season 1, he talked a lot about international involvement and all the inner workings of things that he's been involved with internationally with different governments trying to bring crypto adoption. So I think this would be a great space if people wanted to listen to it. It was almost a 4-hour space, but he talked a lot about that. I think he came on at about an hour in, and then we had some great conversations with Charles. So that's one of the chapters that's going to be in our NFT book that launches December 15th, so that people can mint. But if you want, I can put the link to Discord in here, and then we can post that space.
Yeah,
emotional intelligence. That's the chapter he was in.
Jimmy, Piano Matty B says, hey, Jimmy, what's your timeline for a top of this bull run?
Man, it's funny you asked Piano Matty B because he has exact pinpoints of what he thinks.
We can't wait to hear this answer, PMB. Go ahead, Jimmy.
The absolute top. I'm going to have to go with probably the top for Bitcoin might come a little sooner than the top for some of the alts this year. I don't know. I'm going to go spring. Let's go May 26.
May 26.
Wait, I thought you put out a tweet that said
Super
exactly when that's the top.
Right there.
No, I've been super cycling for the last year. I really think that's what's going to happen. I mean, Bitcoin's running. Now you're seeing ETH run. I just don't know how much of that Bitcoin and ETH money is going to trickle down in the large, mid, and memes, you know? I mean, that's what I'm really interested to see. Top price, I think. I think the low end 120. I think the high end 180 on Bitcoin myself.
Interesting. What about, let's go around the horn. Redman, what's your top for Bitcoin?
So,
and what's the time period?
I don't think there's any reason to believe that the cycle's been broken. So 40 to 80 weeks. And it seems to me, I might be wrong. I'm sure Forrest has a pretty good grasp on what the top will be next year. But and the top could happen anytime, actually. I mean, we're not immune to 90% drops, but for me, it's 40 to 80 weeks. So you're going to have your first couple of the months of the year. I'm thinking I might sell a certain percentage in February, hold the rest till October, November next year. And I know that's past the 80 week mark, but that's kind of just the way I'm feeling things out right now. So, but I will be taking profits in February, March area. So.
Dave, how about you, buddy?
Let's look real quick. I'm not going to pull up a screen, but I can take a look on the weekly, pull an extension, and see what we got there.
Alex.
As we bring Alex O Crypto, what's going on, brother?
What's going on, guys?
Hey.
How we all doing?
We're doing good.
Good,
man.
good,
Chilling.
good. What's up, Alex O?
Chilling, man. Loving this pump, man. Lots of money.
I
Let's
think
go.
170-ish is the top.
170-ish is the top. And when do you think that's going to be? We're going to round
For
the
this
horn.
cycle.
Alex. Okay.
As far as when, I don't know when. I don't have an idea of how to get timelines.
Okay, fair enough.
130 ish, and I really don't even like calling numbers.
No, it's all for
I'm more
fun, man.
timeline.
Yeah.
I'm more timelines. Like, I'll be honest. I will be selling a lot in March, through April, and I'll probably even take like a short position through May, and then maybe trade. Throughout, just do some trading. But like, as far as bags are concerned, like things that I've been holding on to, probably March, April, I'll start winding those guys down and sticking to a cash position.
What about you, Alex O Crypto? What do you think, brother?
Oh man. Oh man. I guess I have like a pretty strict exit plan. Right now I'm actually rotating some capital around. Like, I'm taking profits, like taking a lot of profits. I'm putting myself in a tax bracket I've never done before. I'm pretty impressed with myself. But
God bless you, brother. That makes me
but
so happy to hear.
it's crazy, right? But I'm taking profits and I'm rotating right now. So like, I'm rotating quite a bit of money into some altcoins and some plays on there. But I have my chart, my long-term chart, and I can share that with you guys
let me
if
pull
you guys
that up.
want.
Yeah, let me pull that.
I don't know if you guys are aware of, I'm sure you guys are, of Kevin Svensson. He talks a lot about long-term stuff, and just kind of, he has an indicator. It's Bitcoin halving cycle profit, right? So absolutely about that 40 to 80 weeks after halving, you definitely get that that cycle top. So 40 to 80 weeks out from the cycle top from the halving, right? And you can see it's worked in all of history. So 40 to 80 weeks, you get your cycle top. 40 to 80 weeks, you can see it all throughout here. So that's kind of the sell zone. You got to have your sell zone marked out, but it can come really any time in between here. A lot of people who I respect, like Eric Crown and stuff like that, have said this cycle may be a short stinted cycle, which puts us around 40 weeks would put us in March. So I think a lot of people looking at March, April, May, that is a good idea to probably cut some off. And then also going through this like extension levels. And if you're doing just basic TA, you could do trend-based fib analysis, which I have on the right here. And then you have your typical extension levels here from cycle top to cycle bottom. And then you can go from that. And you get anywhere, like, your conservative is always going to be that 150, that 1618. And then for extension levels, I mean, you also have, or your regular fib, you have your 2618. So you have a big area of selling people are going to be looking very much in here. And also, even if you're looking at what's going on right now, you can see that a lot of people were hitting between 78,000 and 85,000 is a key area where we could be looking at a lot of people taking profits as well. I know myself and Magic Internet Money are both looking in here to take profits on a lot of our swing trades, because that's just a very clean and easy extension level to where we can look for some like consolidation, rotation into altcoins, and then continuation out. Now, another interesting chart is ETH and Solana. So Solana is starting to lose ground against ETH. That's why you see ETH outrunning it right now. So I'm looking to sell some of my ETH and get into some altcoins. That's what I'm rotating right now. But I mean, what I always suggest is like go on some respected people's price prediction videos, not the ones who say like, Link is going to $1,200 at the end of the cycle. That's kind of ridiculous. But there's a couple of them that I do like. Virtual Bacon is one of them. No BS Crypto is one of them. And take their price predictions and knock 25-40% off and start setting alerts. So like something that I hold quite a big bag of is Injective. And I've gone through and, you know, I have alerts at 76. I have alerts all the way throughout the price so that I'm taking some off. Same with like Celestia. I hold a bunch of Celestia. I have alerts all the way up, just telling me to take some off, right? Initial. You should always have a selling strategy. And like yesterday was the best time to have that selling strategy, right? So with Bitcoin, I look to take some off. Like I've held a lot of Bitcoin and I'm lucky. Like a lot of us are lucky. Like I bought sub 20K, right? Like I bought in this consolidation here. So like I'm laughing to the bank right now where I don't mind taking some off. And, you know, it's important to reward ourselves for waiting through this duration of absolute pain of 9 months. So like, let's see where we get to here. And it's important for us to allow ourselves, you know, if we start coming back and retesting some things, it doesn't mean that this big parabolic push is over just yet. It's just something that like, hey, we should be paying attention that we've been up only. And typically after a week where we go up 20%, it's not uncommon for us to continue, but it is also common for us to retrace. So if we're looking at this, we've come up just over 18% over here. And if we're looking at a reference point, it would be this candle over here when we were pushing up as well. So we pushed up in a week, 22%. There was a tiny bit of a retracement, as you can see here on this candle wick, but then we ended up pushing and closing up another, you know, from this wick to the next wick, we ended up closing up another 10%. So you can see that, you know, maybe we come for a little bit of a retrace and then we push 10%. That would bring us to, you know, just under 90,000. So I would expect us to hang around here a little bit. Now, don't take this as like, you know, as verbatim as perfect, right? But like these are things you prepare for as a trader, and you can plan around that. So for me right now, I'm rotating some of my bigger holdings such as Bitcoin and ETH into some small caps, right? Because if you're aware, and I think a lot of us are, is that you got your Bitcoin and Ethereum, then you got your high, medium, and low caps, right? So you look for the rotation throughout into them and then back into Bitcoin or back into fiat, right? And that's sort of how we have to plan our bags and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I've been doing. And I have sell points. I have a plan. But I am looking for an early cycle. If I'm going to give you a straight answer, it's like I'll probably be mostly out rotating back into Bitcoin and fiat come March. I'm looking at.
Yeah, I think it's very strong to have an exit strategy, like you say. And I think Jay does it really good with the alts. When he buys, he sets it all at the same time. He sets his sales when he's buying. So when he's buying, you know, I don't know if you remember his video, he did $15,000 that he bought his alts. But at the same time he was buying his alts, he set where he wanted to sell them. You know, I want to sell this much here. I want to sell this much here. I want to sell this much here. And if we get to here, I'll sell the rest of it. You know, I think that that's fair because when you're buying those and they're at the lows, you have a clear mind. It's not all this emotion going on, you know, in the moment. Oh, we're going to go higher. We're going to go higher. It already happened while he was sleeping. You know, I mean, he already took care of it. I think that's smart.
Absolutely, Dave. Like, how many people you think panic sold in here, right? How many people thought we were coming down to 37, 49, 47, right?
Right.
For me, I had this line in here, that my line in the sand. I'm like, if we close below this level on a weekly, then I might consider de-risking. Right? You even have to have a plan for that too, right? Like we could come back into this range here and get bored forever again, right? That's very possible. We know how sticky this is, but it's also a beautiful launch point, right? For any kind of technical analysis, this has been, you know, this is healthy. And in my opinion, we probably won't see, you know, sub 70,000 again, because if you look at previous cycles and you had that takeoff, right? We never saw back in here sub 15 again, right? We took off and then we were gone, right? So you never saw this kind of area yet again. And this is this being November right here, when the elections, right? We never saw that again, and we never will, right? Hopefully.
Hopefully, right? we're about to find out.
That's why everyone was calling for that $12,000 Bitcoin in the bear market. I know you guys remember that, and we didn't do it, right?
Yeah, and like you were saying with your favorite creators that are trusted, you know, look at what their numbers are and what they're doing, And I think that that's a good barometer. I mean, because again, with the example of Jason, he had a plan to sell a lot at 80K, at 80K. Smart.
Yep.
You know, here we are at 80K, and he's selling it, buying real life stuff. You know, he's buying a tractor, or he's putting it into the farm, or he's doing stuff that's real life stuff. You know, and that's what we're all here for, is to make our worlds better. So I think taking profit is in a calculated way is the way to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Trade the plan, right? Always.
That's it. Trade the
Yeah.
plan.
I took
And
I took profits today, to be honest with you guys. So I, like you said, Alex,
Mhm.
we've been in this, and we bought sub 20, 16.5. I got in, bought one Bitcoin, and 19.5. I bought another one. And if
Mhm.
everybody remembers, I told them I'm selling my Hellcat and I'm buying Bitcoin.
I remember. Yeah.
And I sold that thing, and I bought
That's
2
incredible.
Bitcoin with that. And it's been a great, fun ride because of the belief, right? So faith is the substance of that hoped for and the evidence of that not found. We couldn't find evidence that our position was correct, but we had faith that it was correct. And we rode this thing up. And here we are at $80,000, man. I'm taking profit.
That's it, man. And that's
So,
it.
Yeah.
And that's conviction, right? That's like, okay, I had faith that it's going to go there, but like taking the action after, this is like where you put your money where your mouth is and you take the profits, right? Like it's all good and, oh, I rode this thing up, but what did you do with that once it happened? Which is cool. We're going to have a huge CME gap tonight, guys. Huge. That's what I'm worried about right now.
it's going to be huge. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be the hugest CME gap we've ever seen.
But if we come down and fill that, it's not what would that be? It's not that
77.
low.
Yeah.
What is it?
77.
Yeah, 77.
Yeah, but everybody, this makes everybody want to sell. And Bitcoin
Yeah,
lately, everybody's so emotional.
Yeah.
It's like you see Twitter switch on a dime. It's absolutely, it's so entertaining, man. I'm like, guys, we've never been at these levels before. Like, who cares if it retraces 5, 6, 7%?
I know.
Like, buy.
Right.
Right?
And if you want to sell. There's no reason why you can't sell. Sell it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what you've been waiting for if you've been waiting a long time. Sell it.
I think
You know what I'm saying?
typically
It's
two
cool.
people
Somebody will
are-
buy it.
Yeah, someone will buy it, and I think people who are panicking are, overexposed, right? Overexposed, and
Yeah, take your
really
money.
high expectations, right? I don't, I think it's a bit of all that, right? I mean, that's Pollo.
Yeah, don't hold your bag for 100K. We sometimes don't get there. Remember?
Right?
Yeah, we remember.
So many
Yeah,
people are going to be selling at 90, 95, like front running that thing hard, right? What do you guys think about Ethereum, man? Ask Pollo. I gave the inverse perpetual trade here. I mean,
Dave, your dog's barking, man.
I've changed my life here, man.
Yeah, that was a beautiful call, Alex. You hit that one on the money, man. Beautiful range, beautiful confirmation. That was just like a moneymaker. I unfortunately was working, and I was every time that I wanted to try to get in there, it just wasn't the right time. So I
Pollo,
have to
did
wait.
you take that B&B trade eventually? I'm wondering.
The B&B?
Hmm.
No, I
'Cause
did.
you were
I was
looking
going for the
inverse head and shoulders. You were looking for this, and then we had the retest, and then it popped. It popped, and then it faked out, and then it dropped. Remember over here, and then now it's in an
Yeah, but
ascending triangle, bro. So this thing looks.
yeah. I mean, B&B is like I call that like the Wu-Tang coin. Ain't nothing to F with. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
B&B will just come out of nowhere on you. You know. So, but yeah, I got some on spot. To be honest with you, I have some on my MetaMask wallet. And sitting on the B&B chain. That's I haven't really traded it. But not saying that I haven't wanted to. I just. I have a little bit of shiny new thing trading that I've been doing. Doing some degenerate stuff that I'm not gonna talk about here. But what I did do is I took positions on some OGs. I did
Nice.
Algo, Dot, ADA, And then I took a position today on Ondo on that retracement. It's more of a scalp. My profits. I already have my stop in profit. So, but yeah, I did take good positions, and basically I'm just range trading those. So like once we hit a new range based on previous data, I'll add to the position. So I'm taking off the top, and then once it hits to the bottom of that range, I'll add to it, and I'm just gonna do that to hopefully till March.
Yeah,
Like
that's beautiful,
as far
man.
as-
That's a good plan. Is anyone
Yeah,
in
that's
Billy
what-
Goat Tails here holding Sui? I want to know.
Sweet.
Oh man, I missed that one, man. I missed that one. I know Billy, you're in that one.
Yeah.
I haven't done any research on it, to be honest with you. I don't even know what it does. So
It's pretty crazy. They've really changed. Raoul Paul just put out a kind of deep dive on it. I think a couple days ago, but it's really interesting. They've changed the way they write code, and they've made it so that blockchain. So you guys think about it, like even with you guys sending the Cardano addresses to us for the book and stuff like that, and like amazing book, but like they've taken it so that it's so those codes that you get, it's your email. So it's made it so easy for like general public as well. And it's already fast and it's all that kind of stuff. But it's one of these things that it's like they want to be for use case, right? For the person who doesn't want to type in 40 letter A B X Y F capital J, like they've done some pretty amazing things, and it's something that I would definitely look into for sure. So like I sold most of my ADA, okay, but I bought ADA at 22 cents. Okay, so I sold most of my ADA and swapped it for Sui. And both have done well, but I mean, for me it's that quick play, right? Like for me, I wasn't too sure on ADA just because of obviously with Charles coming in now lately, that looks like a different story as an advisor, right? But I swapped to Sui, and I've been rewarded. And I mean, I'm lucky I did the TA and I got in at $1.60. But it's I think it's a great project. I think it can do really well this bull run too, because it's the hype, right?
Where is it at now?
It went up to $3 now. It's $3.
Let's go.
Yeah, man. Pretty wild, man. Pretty wild.
you guys, that in the past 4 out of 5 days we've hit all-time highs on BTC. Like put up that daily, and we have hit. I mean, think about how exciting that is. That in 4 of the like that for me, I was just like bugged out about it. I was looking at the chart today and I was like, damn, like I kind of didn't notice that.
Yeah,
What
man.
do you think? What do you think Sui this run, Alex, could top out at?
So they have a lot of token unlocks. Highest price prediction video I've seen is $24, which I think is crazy. But I think $12, $14 very easily. They do have a token unlock, I believe, in January.
Oh,
So,
wow, that's close.
yeah, I'm not exactly sure, but yes, and like I hold a big bag of TIA as well, and they just had 80% unlock like 2 weeks ago, and they seem to have been bounced back quite aggressively. So, these token unlocks, we're aware of them, but I don't necessarily know if they'll fizzle out the adoption, right? So, I mean, I've seen, like I said, with the price predictions, I'll take the highest one of people I somewhat trust, and then knock 30% off of it at least, right? And then set alerts, right? Do my TA, use my fib extensions, use my all of that, those tools, my predictive tools, to kind of forecast where I can see getting out and try to front run those levels too. That's the key. Is like, if your 618's here, well, I'm gonna front run that so that I do get filled if it does come up to that, because a lot of people will be looking at the same level.
Yeah, that's interesting. I have Sui. I'm gonna keep it because I got in pretty early too. I probably should add to that bag, tell you the truth. So that might be one I add to, even at $3. I think it's still pretty good. I did go to their website today and went through it. It's their website to me seems to be more for developer friendly. So it really is heavy on developer stuff versus community friendly. But they do have some event calendars. Looks like they're heavy over in Dubai and Thailand and things like that. Man, that might be where they're actually located out of, because they're sponsoring like comedy clubs and comedy club night.
Yeah,
things
man.
like that.
It's cool,
So,
man. Yeah, some cool stuff they're doing. I'll share the link in the chat with the deep dive on it. If anybody wants to check it out, that's
absolutely.
there. I'm wondering what
Hey,
Billy Goat Tails is
Alex-
holding for AI plays. So that's another question I have for you guys.
Okay, I got one, but I wanted to ask a quick question to everybody on what are your thoughts? Like, since I see that in the chat they're talking about unlocks, so I'll be honest, I got stopped out trying to short Tia, because they had this big unlock, and the unlock did not, like, honestly, it did nothing. Like,
Yeah.
it was what I'm thinking I might have missed, because maybe they front ran, shorted it, and then the unlock, because if you look at the date of their unlock, it was up from there. Like
Mhm.
it didn't have a 16% dilution drop, in my opinion. So so I'm honestly kind of thinking, like, I want to kind of back test whether they timed they did good timing on when to do the unlock, so it
Mhm.
wouldn't
Very good
affect the price
timing.
action. Or is this something that maybe is like kind of like a fable, like, like a Lysa old, no one would question it, that whenever there's an unlock, it's it's an insanely bearish event. So I'm kind of wondering, the Sui unlock,
Mhm.
when is that unlock?
I think with the unlocks
Anybody
too,
know?
it's like what's the unlock and who's getting the tokens kind of deal as well, right? I think that's
Yeah.
very much. Is it the owners? Is it the people who are working on this thing, or is it the people who are angel investors and maybe they want to just take their profits and run, right? So it's a lot of that too. But if you look like Tia, like the unlock I believe was around November 5th, around there, just after, and just before that, like you had like from October to the start of November, you had a 32% front run of that unlock. So that would have been the time to short it. And then obviously, like you said, Pollo, it popped since then, right? So it's pretty interesting to see how it goes. I think it does depend on where the unlock's going and the community and the timing of it. Because obviously the timing now is like, okay, we're pumping, right? Trump pump, let's go. So it worked out well, but it's also, when is it going to happen, right? Are we going to get a correction in January when the SUI unlock happens? And is it going to the right people? We'll have to see, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I got into AGIX a long time ago. It was like 4 cents, and
Billy, I remember that phone call.
You remember that?
The
You remember
6
that?
a.m. phone call.
Yeah,
He goes, "Hey, Pollo, just man, there's this project called AGIX. It's at a good price right now. It's at 3.5 cents." I was like, Billy, I don't know, man. I don't know about man. Do I regret that one?
Yeah, but really, to answer your question, Alex, I'm really in just, I think, 3, which would be Fetch AI, Ocean, and Render. I think are the 3 that I'm in. Without looking, those are the 3 that I think I have a position in, which AGIX is Fetch AI now. Singularity.
It's that merge they had, right?
Yeah.
I only hold Render, so see, I'm trying to suss it out. Like, where am I going to rotate these profits in? But we'll see, man. It's hard to make the decision, and
there's a lot of new ones coming. There's a lot of new AI plays that are coming, and that's one of the things we've been speaking about here, Alex, is the fastest moving log. So if you're a logger on the river and you got all these logs moving down the river and you're on one of them and there's one coming to your right and it's moving pretty quick, one of the things that I've been tinkering with the last few days, last week or so, is paying attention to the fastest moving logs, and it's been working out. Like, I jumped in. Now you got to do your own research. You never know, right? So some of these are memes. Some of them are good, solid potential projects, like Ledger AI. That's a good one to check out, Ledger AI. But I jumped on Hoop, Solana meme coin, jumped in their community, watched what was going on. I said, yeah, I'm going to jump in. Pretty fast moving log, and jumped on it, made, I don't know, like $1,000 gain, jumped out.
Yeah.
So if you've been in this space, and this isn't for new people, of course, but if you've been in this space and you have your risk set correctly, then it could be a good little mini strategy. And we were even talking about Dave Digital and I were before the stream. You know, we already have the crypto bubbles. Imagine turning those into logs going down a river, you know, and like we could build an app for this, you know. So we're brainstorming, talking about opportunities like that. But there is something to say about keeping your eye on some of these faster moving logs that especially trading wise, right? So that you can.
Narratives are everything, man. Like that's one of my like we had like 5 amazing calls this weekend on our Discord, but it was all because you look at one thing. So like for me, I saw that AI was lacking, but I saw render had gone. So render pumped, but AI was lacking. So what do? I look at BitTensor, I look at FET, right? We took a BitTensor trade that, you know, banged like 15% this weekend, right? We looked at TIA for holding a key level of support. Same kind of deal, right? Then we also looked at the meme coins. Everything up was up like 12-15% on the weekend, but PopCat was down. And I'm like, come on, don't play that game, PopCat. So we took a PopCat trade at like $1.40 all the way up to $1.55. So like that narrative thing that you're talking about, the logs, you can see, like, that's why I have, like, even on my trading view, I have it like real world assets, meme coins, movers in the beginning. So like Beam, Toncoin, Caspa, ICP, Super, SEI, Ordi, Jupiter, Jasmy, those ones, right? Those all really moved at the beginning. They're in one category. So if I see that Caspa is moving, which it is 11% now, finally it's getting some legs, right? But nothing else is moving. I can go through that list and understand that these kind of move together. So if one is lagging, it typically wants to catch up, and I can jump on the gravy train.
Yeah, it's a good way to think about it, and that's what we're trying to talk about a little bit more. Is everybody has their own strategy? You know, all the traders, all you guys, right? When you talk with Frank or Lifer or you or Piper, and guess what? Every one of you guys are doing so well too, with a little different style and strategy. It's just amazing for me to watch. It's like a motion picture to me, man. You go in there and sit down and you just watch the show, and just to be a small part of it is like so rewarding to me. To see what we can do to help everybody out is just so rewarding to me. I'm enjoying the life, man. It's just so much fun.
No, you guys.
Yeah, that's so true.
You guys are an anchor point in all of this. Like Dave, Pollo, Redman, all of you. I mean, it's so important to have people who are like living and supporting, but like living good lives too, and are good people, quality people. Because my biggest thing is like my number one rule in my Discord is be kind and don't be a douchebag. Like it's like very simple, but like the space is so tainted. It's like we need your community. Like we need your community, because then it keeps us. It reminds us, you know, to be grateful, but also, you know, this is a privilege, and also we have a responsibility to anyone new coming in. I think that's why, like, I love Tom Crown the most, because he's always protected the new guy. Like that's the number one thing. Like when I came in, Tom Crown was like, "Hey man, you don't want to trade this thing, trust me, but look at this," right? And he's always protected the new person, and he's always kind. And I see that from you guys, and that's like the number one quality of the people I try to keep within this industry, because it is tainted, like SBF, you name it, right? Right. You go left and you go right, you just see poison. And I think it's our responsibility, if we want this industry to grow and to thrive, is to kind of set that foundation of being good to people, right? So thank you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and we.
Go ahead, Dave.
It seems like we never stop learning too, because just recently on a recent stream, I don't know if it was 2 weeks ago, I was watching Alex, and I always see him use the VWAP inside the chart. I don't know if you know what I mean, but not the one inside Market Cipher B, but there's another one that I never even used on the chart. So I added it to my chart, and now I have so much more directional idea of what's going on. You know, I know more than likely if we're pretty far away from the VWAP and it's on a lower time frame, 12 minutes, then more than likely we're coming back to it, or it's coming to us. One of those two things are going to happen, but the price is going to meet it again soon. So that's become a powerful tool in my in my arsenal. I didn't have that before, and I think that's fire, bro. And I've taken some good trades because of that. Just simple
That's
things like that.
man. It's one of the most VWAP's one of the most used by Forex and Nasdaq traders, man. It's like it'll tell you trend, it'll tell you when it's, like you said, when it's creeping away. It's that average price of the day, allowing you to kind of say, hey man, price is running away right now. It probably is away from its average price. It might want to return before continuing, right? And then you can take that short back into it, or that long bouncing off of it. It's very useful, man. I love that, Dave, man, because you're always learning and you're always sharing what you're learning, and you're like you said on that post on the weekend there, man, is that you found that you weren't disciplined, so you took up working out, and those kind of things will emulate into your life and into your trading. So that's like, man, it's so powerful to see, man. And like,
wasn't that a great post?
We're all grateful for you, man. That's fucking cool, man. Part of my language.
Yeah, man.
That was a great post, man. I love that post. Made me smile.
That's why we do it, man. That's it.
Well, much love, guys. Thank you, Alexo, for going on live earlier and joining us. I got to go, team, but I know you guys will keep it rocking.
We'll keep it rocking. Thank you, Tony.
We'll keep it rocking. Later, Tony. Appreciate all you do, Tony.
Appreciate you, brother. Well, we had Darren up here at one point in time.
I just talk too much, man.
No, dude.
I'll hit the mute button.
I'm patient. Am I on? I don't know. I'm always having.
There he is. We hear you.
Let's go, Darren.
Let's go.
So I thought I'd hop on, just say hello. If there was anything you guys wanted me to look at, I can do that. I don't know how busy Alexo is, or Alex was, or how long he was going to stay on for. But yeah, I'm chill.
Do you mind, Darren, looking at this?
TA or...
Yeah, Darren, do you mind looking at this boil that I have? Right, it's on my. Never mind.
Yeah, I gotta run for dinner, Darren. It's all yours, man. I appreciate you, Darren. I love you,
Alex.
and you guys have a good
Alex,
night.
Thanks, bud.
Anytime,
you,
guys,
brother.
man. You guys take care.
Yeah.
Bye, Dad. I always like calling Alex a dad because he's new to that. So, yeah, Darren, what are you looking at?
Yeah, let's hop into BCC. I know you're looking at that, Darren. Where are we shorting at? Are we waiting for 82-ish again, or are we going to get back there? Are we going to lower low or lower high first?
Yeah, let me try and share. What are we doing? I'll just do Windows. I might have to just come back in. I don't know if my screen. I think last week I rewatched the stream, and I thought my screen share.
Mute Dave, the dog.
All right, go ahead, Darren. We see your screen.
So let's quickly go. Just BTC, obviously, it's just all-time high after all-time high at the moment. It's just finding value higher. So if I just use an arrow, so obviously, I'll actually just use this thing. So obviously, we had value here. Turn my mic off. Then we got some value there, some value there. Came back in, tested there, found value higher now. And why is that not locked? Sorry, 1 minute. Lock that. So at the moment, we came back and hit the pivot low. So for those that don't know, I did explain last week. I use pivot points. That's a thing that is a indicator, or it's basically just lows and highs. But you can see here on this, that was the pivot low on the 15-minute. The last one, we came down, swept all the liquidity. I do not know if I change screens now, if it's going to go to what I need to show you. Share this tab. Yeah, so liquidity, basically, it's just grabbing everything. Let me just refresh this quickly. It grabbed the liquidity at 81.6. So basically what's happened is it came down, wrecked all these ones down here, these local longs that were kind of just below this value area here. And yeah, it's just come back up and it's come back up, hit those shorts that shorted here, basically obviously high leverage because it's so close to price or so close to this high. Yeah, at the moment for BTC, we just really are just hanging on a kind of local golden pocket. So for the most part, we just, it's just, if we just drag that up, you can see we just, actually, it's not even the best one. The best one's probably there or there. I need to flip this the other way around as well. So yeah, it's hit the 0.5, which is normally a good, for a strong move up, generally a 0.5 retracement kind of locally where it's sitting now is kind of where it should bounce from. Something I don't share often, but everyone don't get freaked out. So this is order flow. This shows you what's actually going on within the candles. It's something that I've learned. I took Jason Casper's advanced course, and then obviously it's just like, trial and error. You get to learn what's going on. But what you can see at these highs, or what you do want to see at these highs to take like a quick short, not financial advice, but this is basically what we've been doing in the kitchen kind of the whole weekend, because a lot of us are kind of hedging longs at the moment. So when you get a chance to scalp short, you scalp short. So basically where you see, this is 5-minute candle, so on Bybit BTC USD. So where you see a heavy green delta, so obviously lots of longs are coming in. The total volume is the white number. And you see big amounts of green. Let me just turn the heat map off because make it a bit cleaner. You see big amounts of green numbers or green imbalance, long imbalance above the candle closes or above the gold line, which is the wicks or the POCs of these candles, points of control, high value areas, high volume areas. So basically this last one as well had a quite a high level of longs. We can go down. I think there was 12 million literally on the POC of this candle. So these have been the plays. If you go back and you look, so if you literally short to the top of that candle, you probably got a 0.5% move. If we go back here, if you look at these ones from earlier on, the earlier prior high, you can just see it's just long FOMO. You just see heavy, green delta, heavy delta, 14 million longs in a 22 million volume candle in a 5-minute. It's just madness. We like literally just in awe of this at the minute. And kind of this is basically what the stage of the cycle we're at. So it's just long and strong, and obviously they're taking out both sides. So the liquidity map is clearly showing now they're not giving longs the free ride, which they were. So like Friday and yesterday, longs are barely getting taken out. Like a retrace was like 0.25, 0.3% from the high. Now it's actually giving at least 1% moves, which are a lot. It's a lot healthier for price action, basically. So I don't know if, that's just my thoughts on Bitcoin. Where we're going next, I do not know if I keep. So just locally, for those that know how to use trend-based Fibonacci's, let me just put that on. Sorry, share the right tab. So at the moment, we've kind of hit this 1618 of the trend-based Fibonacci. Trend, it's an extension of the Fib. It's saying 83 at the moment. Maybe go on to another chart. Let me just stop sharing quickly. 1 minute. Just find another chart, and then
you said 83,000 is what that was showing.
About 83, locally, just based on local where the local high is now.
Gotcha.
But let me just delete all this. I'm just quickly just neating up another chart off screen quickly. Remove, because I can remove them. That's fine. Okay, let me just go on to share screen. Share the tab.
Yeah, I could see 83.5 if we flag out here. And it looks like we are.
If you're looking at the daily, it's going even higher. It's saying 88. If you're just looking at the trend based there, you'd probably have to take it. I think it's going a bit too much. Maybe 4 hour could do. 4 hour could do a bit better. See what the 4 hour is doing. 4 hour would give a better. 83.8. I would say 83s is probably share tab. Where are we now? 24 hour. Let's quickly look on the. Anything above 82. There's now now the new local shorts that just opened up at this high. But what I do as well. Let's go to Binance. Share this one. Put the heat map. So this is just liquidity. I don't know why it's not showing it, but it's saying 88,000, which is a lot. More the local liquidity is actually lower, so there's about 75,000. It's kind of all the yellow lights on this are like BTC orders above 500 BTC. So I'll just by my settings. Next local kind of about liquidity here. Green is like medium, 150 Bitcoin. But these are also as well just be spot. This is basically spot take profits. So anyone who's bought spot is just basically taking profit.
Set the TP there.
Yeah. So anything above 83 is at the moment looking like it's just looking like take profits. But one thing I probably can show, which is let me just put a line on here so I can show this on chart. So spot CVD as well. So when you're looking at how spot has been moving this move literally the whole way up, right? So green is obviously spot buying or increase in spot buying, red's obviously selling. And if we can go back to the 15-minute, if this actually flips, you can see in the 15-minute, this is the biggest spot sell-off when we hit like 81 and a bit, or just above 80, 81. You can see kind of in comparison to all the other sell-offs, look how much spot sold off, and that's why we had that move. And it's
That was me. That was me. I was telling.
Billy's the whale.
No. I'm just saying that's a small part of. I definitely sold. What was that? What was that price up there?
So this one would have been the high, the local high up here.
80. I didn't make it at 81. I got it at 80.
Where's the red line? It would have been up here. Yeah, it would have been 81 and a bit, or above 80K basically. This last above 80K earlier, like lunchtime in America. This is just a spot CVD indicator, but for what I was looking at and what we were looking at, was just here. This is the first thing I saw that kind of where spot actually started to sell aggressively, which is usually the case. And this is just Binance specific spot because obviously they're the highest volume exchange, so it's good to track them. Right. And then also as well with my vector candles, you can see here. I think it was on the 5-minute.
Tino and your vector candles.
We could see here as well as you had increased selling volume as you came down. So obviously you get violet and red, obviously your heavy sell volume candles. Look on all these other dips here on the 5-minute. No presence of vector candles, a little one here, and then you literally had successive vector candles as you were coming down into 78.6 basically. So that was kind of also a sign. But yeah, anything else you want me to look at? But that's just my ramblings. I'm thinking at the moment, probably 83 to 85, maybe like the local top before everything kind of has a mini capitulation again. But that was also based on, it's based on a fib extension. I actually don't have it, but it's based on a fib extension basically from the last all-time high to the all-time low, or kind of the 16.5 bear market low. So if you go, I might be able to do it just quickly. It's just, it's gone to Binance. I'm on Binance. Quick, delete. Okay.
Meanwhile, Jimmy's building a whole new Lego village over there.
So at the moment, we've hit the fib of 81.3 was actually this this whole fib, or you could probably just personally, I prefer fib extensions, trend fib extensions, rather than actually just using the normal Fibonacci. But what you can do is you can just pull high to low, reverse it, high to low, reverse, 1618, and this is pretty much what everyone uses. 1618. So I don't even have 2618 here.
I mean, looking at all the support underneath us, I mean, all the volume that's down there. It's going to take a significant pullback to get back into just the 50s, right? Like we're going to need to see a major sell-off by whole bunch of institutions. I mean, to get
At
down
the
that low,
mo-
and
I can put the VRVP on. Just give me a moment. Object tree. Visible range. Yeah, at this point, there's no real volume above us.
yeah, we're in price discovery.
Price discovery, and basically, if we lose 75.6, you got a small volume gap up here. That's basically all that's. So there's a volume gap between, say, 7 there. That whole section there's a volume gap, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So between on the daily, if you had to put it down to the 4 hour, you might get a bit of a better. Yeah, you can see. I don't know what's not really showing that clearly outside the value area of this, but literally there's a gap here, and that's the risk. Obviously, we moved up very quickly, so that's the kind of risk, and it's also as well. 15-minute. Just hold the. Oh man, stop doing that. We have a local volume gap literally just below where we bounced from, and that would have taken us back down to 78.2. So about a $600 volume gap just there. But the nice thing for now, to hide drawings, we're building volume here now, which is good. So that whole section there, kind of this whole section here, is the kind of area of value at the moment. So, if anything, this is probably where it will come back. If it's going to come back, or it's going to retrace, it will retrace here first, because obviously there's the high volume nodes at like 79.7. Yeah. But apart from that, I'm not really looking at much else. What we are, if there's one thing I can show as well, kind of the things I'm looking at. So I've got like a little system of looking for coins that pop off, or that are going to move. Like last week I was talking about step change, and Billy, you mentioned it, just about looking at the first movers. Kind of that was that thesis that I was saying, was you got to look what moves first. As soon as you see it move, you do your TA and you jump, right?
What's your system?
So this is called Spaghetti, and basically what it does is it puts everything in a line chart. You add coins on it. So hypothetically here, if you wanted to add dots,
so you have to add the coins to.
Yeah. So basically, what I look for when I'm looking for trades now, I have this system. So this is something one of my friends made. I don't know how, but he's a genius. He passed it on to me, and I kind of do use this as my first kind of thought. So if I was looking, let's take a few of these off. So for if you're looking for leverage trades, I use it on the 5 and 15 minute. So where's this one? So hypothetically here, I don't even know why dot isn't on here. Dot USDT, Binance, spot crypto, same as scale. So if you were looking, so for your spot trades, you're going to trade it on the 4 hour. For really long-term trades, you can trade it on the daily. But hypothetically, if you'd caught, and this is when it starts outperforming Bitcoin. So this is like your alt season run. Sorry, as well, just to add. So if you'd caught dot here, hypothetically, just as it was about to cross, obviously that's risky. Obviously, you want to take the trade after it's crossed. Bitcoin's, because everything here is kind of in reference to Bitcoin. So dots obviously moved quite a bit. What time was that? Let me just quickly check what time that was. That was on Saturday, 4 a.m. on my time. And I'll quickly show you here. Hard indicators. I'll flip over to my dot chart. Saturday, 4 o'clock.
So just looking at that, when when you would see that green line start to have some divergence?
When it crosses the Bitcoin line,
Okay.
you can add any coins on this. Sorry, I did say a while ago I'd share this, but I'll post this like my templates, and then you just add whatever coins. It's basically you'll just, so once this is set up, you'll obviously have it in your I'll copy this. When you get it, you have like a copy in the rights, and you add it as a kind of template you can switch between. And then when you want to add a coin, so hypothetically, if you've got dots, hypothetically, I had near USDT, which is also one of my spot bags. You go same as scale. You can see near is kind of just starting to kind of claw back towards Bitcoin, showing more strength in near. But you add which coins. I use this as a spot tracker. Obviously, there's a lot on here, but yeah, kind of. And then when you see a cross on here, when something crosses Bitcoin's line, the orange line, you'd flip. So for 4 hours, kind of your spot. If I was looking at if I was looking for leverage trades, I know a few guys picked up some leverage trades this morning, even on. You scroll back a bit, yeah, and it's just basically crossing. It's like a first movers, and it's rather than kind of looking at your alt BTC pairs all on individual charts. You can just look at it on here. I'll share it in your guys' Discord.
Okay.
Yeah, and then all you basically do is all you do is add your coin. So hypothetically, if you've got Ton coin or whatever it is, USDT, you put the Binance pair, you go same as scale, and it will come up. So basically 4 hour and daily or what I use it for, 4 hour and daily for your spot trade or spot. And then obviously 5 and 50 minute for leverage trades. But then obviously from here, you have to flip back to the USDT pair, and then kind of you do it that way. But yeah, that's kind of just one other thing I was kind of wanting to
show. Dude, that's fire. That is so cool. I mean,
you can see how everything is.
That's what we're talking about. Just like checking out what the movers are. So when it crosses that orange Bitcoin line,
you flip back to USDT pair or your perps chart. Quickly check your and then obviously there you'd have to do like quick TA and then check. But
right.
If you wanted to do low risk trades, you could just spot trade. But 5 and 15 minutes is what I use for perps, perpetuals, and then obviously anything. So 4 hours basically. Your daily. So now, if I was like hypothetically, if I was in a spot trade and now I saw Ton on the 4 hour just cross Bitcoin's line, I would take profit on a spot trade or take some profit on something. So you use it for entries and exits. So even if it's going to cross the Bitcoin and be show some weakness against Bitcoin, it may still be at a point where it's not like fully puked yet or kind of dropped completely. So you can either close your position or you can take profit, stop to entry, or but yeah, that's basically this.
Can you pop on ADA right now on that? ADA?
Yeah, ADA, ADA, USDT, Binance, same scale. Look how it's outperforming half of these.
Yeah.
ADA at the moment, ADA's on a tear. Like, yeah. I don't know if we should just show it on the. So yeah, obviously, if you wanted to enter ADA, if you entered ADA, when did it cross? This was the 4 hour. Yeah, if you entered on Thursday at 8 a.m. my time, so ADA 4 hour, like literally, it is a bit of a cheat code, but also as well can also not work out at the same time. So Thursday 8 a.m. my time, you would have entered there on that green line. Hypothetically, enter on the close of that candle, you would have literally snapped. You would have lost a bit of. You would have got 78%. And obviously, then if you were setting up to trade that, you were basically just above your POC. So you would have just the trade would have been something like that. So if you were longing there, you'd have just stopped below the POC. You would have got 6, 7. About a 6 or 7 to 1, but obviously the stop is because it's a 4 hour. You probably just long it and put your stop below the candle, basically below the wick. You've had a 20 to 1 risk to reward trade. So it helps. Obviously, it's not foolproof. It will have its downfalls in the times that it doesn't work. But for the most part, I've used this to do spot entries and exits as well as kind of perps trades, and it's helped me.
Man,
but
it's-
basically,
that
it
is
just
fire.
shows everything all at once. It just shows everything all at once, basically, rather than having to switch between like A to BTC or like, you know, dot BTC. You've got everything all on yeah. So this just say it saves time basically, but also as well, it can get really busy. It can get really messy if you have too many coins on you. So if you're only like trading your L1s, or kind of maybe you've got 10 coins, you put 10 coins on you, it's still neat, and then just refer back. And then also as well, when you're moving it front to back, kind of obviously the more you can scan it quite far back, but it's better to kind of keep it within about a 2 to 3 day range, kind of within your screen or your trading view, and that's normally kind of good to use.
Did
Yeah.
you use that for rotations from one asset to another as well? Like on higher time frames?
No. If I was going to rotate, obviously I would rotate out when it's showing weakness against BTC, and then obviously get back into something. Then you would kind of make your decision to go into another asset. So yeah. So
Gotcha.
this is yeah. So it's tough because another thing you can do as well with this is obviously against BTC. You can do another iteration of this, and I can make it that it's against ETH. Because obviously Solana, like a few lots of coins are actually outperforming ETH now. So that's also kind of the next thing. Obviously, you want coins that are outperforming Bitcoin. If they're outperforming ETH too, that's obviously, but that's also a bit more not a bit more complex. It's just more work to do to kind of look at two things at once. But just anything outperforming Bitcoin is a good trade, basically. Or underperforming Bitcoin, you shorted and it's a good trade. Also, not financial advice. So obviously, don't take everything. And it's not a foolproof strategy, but it is a highly confluent one if you kind of have all your things in a row to kind of get you to a point where you're going to enter and exit a trade. It can help. It's just a tool, basically.
No, this is where it happens, man. We're in the weeds. We're with the community, and we're bringing anybody up here that wants to come up that's in our community. And look at what we find. We find these cool little apps and programs, and the work that you've put in. Now you're sharing that with us. It's freaking awesome to me. This is good stuff right here. So like Jonathan Schaefer saying, yeah, it is another indicator to help you build confluence with your setup, which is great. All this new stuff just helps us be a higher probability that we are going to win that trade, right? The more confluence you have, the higher the probability you're going to win. No guarantees, but
yeah,
it's another
never a guarantee, but right. It helps. It kind of builds the confluence. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Love it, man. Thank you.
So yeah, I'll share the template. Obviously, it has a lot in it, but then if anyone just needs to figure out how to work it, obviously I think I explained it a little bit in the back. You just add whatever coin, USDT. Obviously, you can add let's do something. These are already all added on.
Add FET. Yeah.
So yeah, so obviously just quickly if you're adding, and then everyone can just come back onto the YouTube and check. I was doing that. Fat fingers.
It's all right.
Pepe. So if you had to use Pepe, you would. Oh, this has already got it on it. But yeah, as soon as it loads the coin, there's the thing say same as scale. You just click same as scale, and then it'll load it into the object tree. So yeah, you obviously have your object tree here, and then you can turn on and off. I have a whole lot because I have, yeah. But then also as well for what this might help with as well for those that take you. Sorry, one thing to mention: you need to have a paid TradingView plan to use it to load the templates. So if you're on the free TradingView plan, you won't be able to load the template. So that's one thing kind of that needs to be kind of set at the forefront. But then also as well, yeah, you just add your own coins. My template's going to have a load of things down the side here, so just add and use what you want, turn off what you don't want. But I have obviously different ones. I have ones for spot, I have ones for meme coins, I have one for L1s. I have a few that I look at, but obviously this is just the dump of like literally everything that kind of I look at before I split them into separate kind of subcategories or whatever. But yeah, that's basically the blurb on that.
Nice, man. Thank you.
What memes are you looking at during this pump?
This where did I have my memes? So I have a meme copy here, and it's looking bad. I'll be looking at like these low ones that are outperforming. So it's just all part of the model of using this. So if I was looking at memes now, hypothetically, Giga, Banana, Nero, Dog, I think Slurf, anything underperforming Bitcoin, as soon as it starts, like AAA, which is a meme on Sui, that literally just crossed Bitcoin's line. So obviously that could be a trade.
Well, let's see it. Can you pull that one up? That just crossed the line.
USDT.P. Why is it? Or maybe it's only. I don't think this is a perps. I think this is just. Why did I not? Why does it not have a? Oh yeah, it doesn't have any perps pairs. But hypothetically, you're doing it on a spot trade. Meme coin, 4 hour just crossed. Yeah, you've got your 4 hour. You got your 4 hour. Money flow just crossed. Where would it said? AAA, like literally on the last candle. So this is only on spot anyway. But if you'd your entry would have been there. Obviously, it swung down. It didn't do. But if hypothetically, if you'd had set up a trade, you could have got something like long there. Not the best risk to reward. You had got 3%, and you've had to put your stop below the wick. So not obviously a good risk to reward. You could probably go swung down to like the 1 hour to get a better stop loss. Yeah, but for now, this is the thing. Like, provided you put your stops below the wicks of the whatever candle or whatever time frame you're entering on, you should usually be okay. If you took this trade, you obviously might have had a bit of drawdown. You wouldn't have got stopped out, but now you're 3% up within a few hours. So, am I not sharing it? No, I'm sharing. Sorry. Sorry, I'm sharing. Not sharing. I'm just showing you the spaghetti chart. But hypothetically, you would have. Yeah, you would have taken the trade on this candle here, on the close of the 4 hour candle. Show you again. If you'd long there, you would have got 3% basically, and you wouldn't have got stopped out if you'd used your. Obviously, it's a very wide stop, but yeah, that's kind of basically how I use it. But spot anyway, you're not looking to stop out soon. Obviously, you're looking for a longer hold, maybe like a few days or a week or. But yeah, this is only available on spot. For perps trade, obviously, you can have tighter stops and kind of let them run. But yeah, that's what I call the spaghetti and kind of how I use it and kind of how it can probably be a tool to others. Obviously, there's lots of people now, or lots of traders now saying, "Oh, I've missed out on some coins and those type of things." So the spaghetti, I'll pass the template on, and then everyone can just use that with their spot pairs or their trading pairs, and that can kind of assist specifically on stuff that's still underperforming Bitcoin at the moment. You can probably still be early on those if the market continues up.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. I love it. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for sharing it in our Discord. And make sure you put like the timeframes that you recommend. You said
I'll post that in now. Let me just share it. Yeah, so sorry, I have stopped sharing. So I think that's me.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
It's all good. I appreciate that.
I'll post this now in the Discord. Yeah, and then sorry.
All right.
Yeah, sorry. You guys can carry on with whatever.
Yeah, man. So, Polio, what do you think of that, man?
Unless there's anything else you want me to do.
No, Darren, thank you. That's awesome, brother. Thank you for stopping in.
I think it's a good tool. Like seeing a friend, I've never used it before, but like I use kind of the same thing for higher time frames. I'll take BTC and then I'll compare it to USDC, and then I'll invert the chart. And basically, if you just trade, this has to be higher time frames. But if you were to just trade anytime USDT crosses up or like Bitcoin, if you were to just take those on weekly, you would almost have 100% trades. Just because it's giving you a visual understanding of money coming in and money coming out. So that I've seen that exercise. I mean, I've done it myself, but to have an indicator that does it with alts, that's really cool. I mean, DDT, I'm definitely gonna grab that indicator for sure.
Yeah, it's just a chart template. So
the chart template.
yeah,
Sorry.
it's a chart template. So then basically you just go from there. But I'll just need to test the link. But yeah, I'm just going to mute myself a bit.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah. Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Penny, he said the free version of TradingView, you won't be able to use the template. So
no,
right? Is that
that's
right?
yeah. Unfortunately, they only work with the first level of paid, which I think is maybe like $15, or I don't know. From when I was using it was like £12, but that's obviously just currency conversion. But for the most part as well, it's actually kind of, I know a lot don't want to or don't need kind of the extra things that you get on like the first level up. But I would say if you can afford just that little bit extra just to get bumped at least onto the first paid plan on TradingView, it's definitely well worth it, because obviously then you get, I think, your volume profiles, you get the VPVR, you get certain things that a lot of kind of the traders and the kind of community that you have use, kind of from learning from the different content creators. So like Piper and his guys, they use VPVR as well. They use volume, obviously Frankie, Alexo. Yeah, so it's just a plug to say that that first level of TradingView is well worth it if kind of you would want those extra tools.
Yeah. Well, let's check out these bubbles again real quick here while we're transitioning. So this is the day coming up right here. So wow, there's your GOAT, Pollo, still at 21%, Doge at 26%, ADA. Let's see what in the hour. So GOAT still pushing.
Yeah, GOAT, man.
Nero's
Did
still
you?
doing it too. Nero, a lot of people talking about Nero, and Banana. A lot of people talking about Banana. I don't know if it's on
Banana
there.
Gun, yeah, that's that sniper bot. Well,
Yeah,
that's
Dave,
what they do.
I just showed on my spaghetti on the meme one. Maybe I didn't show it, but Banana and Naro are actually underperforming Bitcoin. So when that is swing around, obviously they'll move, because obviously meme coins, right? So anyone who wants to look at those literally on the spaghetti, that might be a good thing. Those are two I'm looking at specifically. There's a few obviously on my meme collection that's obviously well underperforming Bitcoin, and then obviously when they do stop outperforming Bitcoin, obviously they can run like 20%, 30%, however many percent in a day. So it's always good to kind of look at memes specifically because of obviously the liquidity.
Hey Billy, I saw
Yeah.
Ray there. Can you put up Ray on the weekly there or the monthly? Was it monthly? I saw Ray was up 200%. Ray Radium.
208.
I can't believe that I'm not even aware of that, because I mean that's a really big run for 1 month, man. It's a big 208%.
Yeah, that is a big run.
Sometimes, I mean, you can't catch them all, man. But some of these, man, like Radium is pretty well known, and I didn't even see that. I'm pretty surprised. Even on the weekly, man, it's still 61%.
So if you notice, guess what is not popping out at anybody here? So look here on the daily, look on the weekly.
Tron.
No, Sui. Sui's not. Yeah, like I think Sui.
Where's Arrow at?
Arrow's down there on the bottom. Aerodrome, right next to Pepe, I think. Isn't that Aerodrome right there? No, the other one.
Mantle is another one.
Yeah, that's Aerodrome. I mean, if you look at everything on the higher time frames, I mean, people are like, "Oh, it's too late." I'm like, "Hey, just look at the higher time frames. It's there sitting in front of your face. There's still plenty of opportunity."
Yeah.
Like I think that I mean, trading it is something different, right? Because well, if you're trading something, depending on the type of trading that you're doing, you got to pay attention, especially if you're scalping and stuff like that. But I mean, for anybody who's just buying, I think there's still not financial advice, but I think that there's plenty of opportunity still left for anybody.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're just getting started really. Even if you have the short 40-week into March, April, or the longer one, I personally feel, think, believe, hope, whatever word you want to use, that we're probably going to have a retrace in March, April. But I think we could get another I don't want to call it a double top like 2021, but I think that's possible. Just there's so much first happening right here. First, it was the first ETFs. We were first, the high, the all-time high before the ETF launch. First, we have a huge regime change that's crypto friendly. That it's really going to be the first regime that is crypto friendly, if you think about it. So, I mean, it's openly friendly. It's openly going to be more friendly. So that's a first. And I just think all of that collectively could have the OGs basically understand the cycle, pull back. So you have a dip, say in March, April, and then all the new, which includes BlackRock. When I say new, I'm not talking about retail or just retail. You have a lot of the newer folks to crypto, including the ETFs, still pushing. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. That's why we say lock in your profits and make sure you have your own risk management tolerance in place and do what you need to do for yourself there. But it's going to be an interesting ride. This is a lot more fun than going through 2 years of the bear market. I can tell you that much. So,
Yes.
But we had so many good late night conversations, Billy.
Yeah, I know we did, man. It's like Jimmy and I in Discords, just like dreaming about what's going to happen, what we're going to do. And it's been fun.
Guys, RWAs. What are you buying RWAs, Billy? Or you're not doing any RWAs?
Not as a focus. It's not like I'm focusing on that. I'm more of looking at what a project is and whether I want to invest in it or not. It's not. It's not something I'm focused on now. What I own. I mean,
yeah, Ondo, right? You got some Ondo. I know. I know. I think I screamed from the rooftops on Ondo. But the one that I did get, and I thought I was going to get wrecked on it, was Prop. Luckily, it was just a DCA strategy, right? And I got my DCA to like $1.02, and like I just saw my Coinbase like really up, and it was because Prop just decided to go from 98 cents to $2 in like a day. It was like crazy. I was like, man, but it's an old one which is called Prop, which is I think this was one of the first real world asset type project.
I think
and
you're right.
really,
yeah, it's an old one. I remember it in real estate, right?
Yeah. Well, the stuff that makes sense, right? So tokenization, right? Ondo, real estate, Prop. I think those make sense to me. I like if I had to explain something that was easy for someone like that, I would use Ondo and Prop. Tokenization of a real estate asset, tokenization of bonds and stuff like that, and treasuries and stuff like that. So I think that's the easy part for explaining them. But Jimmy Jim, you got any RWAs or not interested?
I got some. I think I have some. I do have some Ondo, but I think that's it.
Red.
So a couple of different things. For one, Caspa is going to be tokenizing the energy sector. That's going to be something to look forward to in the near future. I don't really have a timeline on that one. It could be 5 years away. I don't know. Injective people, a lot of people don't know this, but Injective is actually pretty big in the RWA market, and they will be coming out with some things in the future as well. But I'm really excited, like I said, about Caspa. I think this whole green energy thing that they're getting into in the Middle East and the Australia region is exciting, and we'll see what carbon credits can do in the market. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got on that. Other than obviously, Pendle and Ondo, and people have been talking about them forever. They're the obvious RWA plays right now, and there's tremendous upside to them because I don't think the RWA market has come to full fruition yet, as well as the AI market. So last week, Injective and FET have a brand new partnership. So you're bringing AI to DeFi and an RWA chain. So that's going to be exciting. ASI is coming out with some exciting things. They're going to be a major player in the next year to come. And I'm excited to see what they do in the space.
Lots of AI coins coming out. It's interesting. And it is the future, right? I mean, if you think about it, blockchain, Web3, AI, I mean, that is all narratives that we are familiar with and probably going to play out really nicely for everyone in the crypto space. Yeah. I just looked at, I got my average price for Ondo's 57 cents, Pollo. So that's not too bad.
Good.
Yeah.
So you're about me. I think I'm 4 cents under you. I think
Yeah.
I'm 53 or 54 cents. Just because I got a lot at 24 cents. So, I got lucky with that one.
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those to hold on to through this bull run, I believe. Anyways, that's my thesis on that.
Dave, you holding anything or you're not? Are you just strictly trading these days or are you holding on to anything?
Yeah, man, I'm holding Pepe, but that's it, basically. And I've got a little bit of Bitcoin, and a lot of bit of Pepe, and
There you go,
just
Dave.
trade.
Don't step on my Pepe.
No, I like Pepe, but I got in Pepe really, really early when it was at 6,700 wallets.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that project consistently, and I think I jumped on the bandwagon. I got a little bit. I don't even know what wallet it's on, to be honest with you, but I do know I got a little bit at that low price for sure.
So guys, we're pushing an hour 42 minutes already. So I think we need to get close to wrapping up here. Unless
Man, time flies when you're having fun, for sure.
Time flies when you're having fun, man.
It seems like just a minute ago we went live. That's funny.
Yeah.
And
It
look how
goes by quick.
Hey, let's highlight Jimmy so he can show everybody his boat or whatever he's building there. Because he's got
And I think we also I think we might have hit some records in live for viewers watching, at least on YouTube. So that's good.
There, look at that. We got. Hey, show us what you got there, Jimmy. I want to see what you're
get this
building.
piece on there real quick.
Pick it up and drop it.
Just don't step on it.
Yeah,
It's just
that's for sure.
This is actually an old set. But
There we go. Look at that, man.
it's hard to see.
No, we
yeah.
can see it really nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's getting married?
It's another. This is I forget what year this set came out, but it was before I really started buying again, and a local store, somebody brought in one, and I paid double retail for it, of course. But that leaves me only 2 short, I think, of the entire modular setup that they have. These are fun to build. They're super detailed. They take forever. And considering that was a blank plate, literally right when the stream started, it's taking me 2 hours, and I still got all these. Well, you can't even see really, but there's still a fair amount of pieces to go on this thing.
I'm glad you're
Well,
making $0 an hour from us.
That'd be a best job ever. If that was safe. It's like, wait a minute.
So Billy, I know we're wrapping up. What'd you do this weekend? What'd you do? I want to know. I want to know what everybody did.
Oh man, I really didn't do anything exciting whatsoever this weekend. I worked in the yard. I didn't go to like normally I do something, right? Like fishing or go to the flea market or do something, but really didn't do anything. Still hung out at the house here and did some reading, did some prep for our Billy Goat Tales X Space on Tuesday, which by the way, that's going to be fire. That's Cardano Bank coin. Bank has been around on Cardano chain for a long time. We know those guys fairly well. Keeping it in the Cardano family, of course,
Really?
as you guys, yeah.
Billy, do you have a price prediction for Cardano? How high do you think it'll go in the next couple of months?
Just my DGen gut.
Your DGen play here.
So DGen play would be $6. What I'm going to be banking on is $3. DGen play $6.
I think that's realistic.
Yeah. But
Six? That's a hefty target, man. So what do
Yeah.
you think, March?
what's that?
March? Do you have March on your for that $6 target?
Well, that would play out, right? So if we start to see this pump like we did this last couple days with Cardano, and it does that again, you pop up to $1.20 within a matter of days. Well, then I might change my view on that because that's a big move. I mean, as you saw, it's like 77%. That's a big move, man.
Well,
So if it can create support there and then move up from there, like it moved, it could be higher than 6. But right now, not knowing the future, that's what I would say.
I think the catalyst that we needed for news is going to bring people back into looking at the Cardano ecosystem, and I think that people are going to see some of the things that we've seen, and I think Charles being part of this this committee that they're going to come up with is going to give a lot of clarity. The things that we need, like the things that we're seeing happen at the state level. If this new, when the new party takes over, if we can see some change and some real guidelines, at least something from the federal level, I think that's when we see what we've been looking for, that adoption and way more, mention of cryptocurrency, blockchain, to the masses. I think that's one of the things that we needed for Cardano, but I think just for our country, to get some type of guidance, some type of guidelines at the federal level, and I think that it's going to get done. I think, or at least it'll get something more than what we've had in the past 4 years.
Yeah,
Just
boy,
my
because Ada's been doing so well lately. It's had a ripple effect on SNEC. SNEC's up 32% in the 24 hours. So, it's good for the Cardano community. And I would much rather have Charles in there than have Brian Armstrong. To me, I just think Charles is a better political person for Washington, D.C. than Brian Armstrong is. I think Brian Armstrong has too many VC ties, and I think Charles is better suited.
Yeah, excuse me. I think it's going to be good for crypto and good for Cardano. Anytime you're swimming with the president of the United States, no matter what party you are, that's some proximity and some direct lines of communication that you would otherwise not have that can only help the space, I would say. So I think it's positive. Who knows? Time will play out. I'm not Nostradamus here. I don't know, but I would say being in the same pond together, I think that's a good good thing for our space. So I like it. I like it. And for me, being a Cardano guy, you know, I've been in Cardano a long time. I love the project, the protocol, and we use it. We're minting on that. I love that. I love that because some of these other, we know Charles. He was on our space, right? We've talked to him. We see him. We've met him. We interact with him. We kind of got a good feel of who he is and how he likes to do things. So that's positive in my mind. That's a benefit in my mind because some of these other guys, the founders of Solana or some of these other projects, you know, who knows what they really think and how they behave and what their vision is. And we kind of know what Charles's vision is. So I'm excited about that personally. With that said, just for our community, hey, our mint's coming up in December. I want everybody to know how proud we are of our community book because it's really about you. It's about our community and having your name forever locked into the blockchain. I think that's so cool and rewarding. And again, this is not a profit center for us. Everything's paid for. We don't need to sell one NFT or one book. We don't need to sell one of them. So, but we think it's really going to be cool for our community. 170 speakers that got up there and spoke. They're all are in the book. Lots of quotes in the book. And it's a leadership, personal development book. It's a crypto book, but as you guys know, the first 10 cornerstones were all about personal development, leadership, and trying to help you become a better version of yourself. And that's really what Billy Goat Tales is all about. We want to help children entering the space be safe. We want to help you grow and become the best version of yourself. And we want to give back in any way that we can without asking for anything in return, because that's the giver's gain way. So we're excited. We're all excited about the mint. We've been working really hard behind the scenes on it. Lots of cool stuff. We had a meeting today prior to the show here and went over some really interesting things. Everything's on pace. Everything's tracking out really nice. We're excited about that. And of course, we're also excited about launching our YouTube channel here. So we're going to be getting with you, our community, and letting you know what we're planning on doing. Excuse me, for like a time slot and our format and how we're going to handle presenting our community, the Billy Goat Tales channel to you folks. So yeah, we're excited about all that. Retro Mike, good to see you. JPO, good to see you in the chat. Trade Intuition, good to see you. Battle, always good to see you, brother. Tell Keith I said hi. Penny, Wick's wife, our favorite mod, Alexandra G. Penny, I didn't see you, TRD Farmer. Good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping in. Jonathan Schaefer.
Yep. All set is here.
All set's
all
here.
set.
Good to see you, brother. Hey, there's only one kind of toaster, and that's a French toaster. By the way,
yeah, that's correct.
He is beating my butt in fantasy football right now.
I asked him if he was winning earlier.
Oh,
He
he's
didn't
winning.
But he's winning, huh?
Yeah,
man.
Go
And what
ahead.
amazing community. 44 likes on 32 viewers, current viewers on 44 likes. That's amazing.
Yeah, it is awesome, man. So everyone, we just want to say thank you for tuning in and supporting us as we try to figure all this out, because we're learning too. And what we want to do is make sure that we provide you value. We want to show you something different that you're not seeing on some of these other channels. So we're working on that. Of course, we're going to be an extension of Billy Goat Tales on Tuesday, which is going to be about all the 10 cornerstones as well as the crypto space. So with that, I'll say adios, and we'll catch you next Sunday for sure, and Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on X. Have a great one, everyone.
Thanks, fam.
Thank you,
See you on
guys.
Tuesday.
People.
Peace.